In this video, we will learn about how we will automate our script using Task Schedular and how will not have how admin not have to run script every time it boot ups the machine using Task Schedular. Every time admin log in or turn on their machine, this script will automatically start running. Okay, so in previous video we already go through the device scanning part and port scanning part, and our script is ready. So in this video we will go through our whole script. I um, already made up the script using all of the different codes we go through, and we will first test that script and then we will go to the task scheduler and set up our autorun script. Before that, so the main thing we have to do in PowerShell, like to execution policy. So what is execution policy? So um, PowerShell is a scripting language. So PowerShell execution policy, like a PowerShell script execution, will not be run defaultly. We have to set a execution policy as a remote sign or as unrestricted. After that, PowerShell will allow us to run the script. So, but before, if you only run the PowerShell command, PowerShell let you run. But if you want to run this script on your machine, first you have to do this cat execution policy list. So that way we can see like is any of our execution policy is restricted, unrestricted, remote sign, and everything. So here these all are the undefined. So undefined is also, we can say, as a restricted policy. So on my local machine I set it as a remote sign. So what is a remote sign execution policy? Remote sign execution policy is the safest way to set our execution policy, because in sorry because in remote sign, the policy has to be signed by the uh, script creator or the programmer. Like if you are writing script on your local machine, then that would be okay. PowerShell will allow to run that. But if you are just using any other script on your local machine, then before running that script, PowerShell will warn you and ask your permission to allow to run that script. So that way you can get to know by like this this script is not this script is not written on your machine. This script is from a different machine. And if you use this command, set execution policy remote sign, this will set your execution policy of local machine to remote sign. So I already did this, so maybe this command will not show any output. Okay, as we can see, it shows, so just a yes to all. Okay, so it shows me there's already a 69 to change the execution start and bound. Okay, so we have to run this PowerShell as administrator, but my execution policy is already a remote sign, so I don't need to do that. So move on to the next part. First we will run our whole script. So already make a script using all the code from first and second video. So this is from our first video where we see how we can find different locations and different IP and how we can assign that to the um, in a local variable and how we can find the gateway. Then on this one we see how we can find the all the different IP on our local machine or on our local network, and from here we scan our router and find out all the IP and the port. So from on our main final script, on the first on main function, I declared the balloon notification and everything, balloon assembly. Then the same way gateway, we are finding our gateway. Then we are getting the gateway into the bit by bit. And from here we are calling all the functions like connected device, port scan, gateway scan, new device. So for the scan for the new device. So here connected device. Here's our connected device function where we simply calling the IP scan where we will get all our IP. Then this is our second function where we are finding our port, where we are scanning for default port scan. So this is our default port scan code. This is then it will scan for the gateway. Here is our gateway. As we see, it will scan for all the machine on the local network and machine ports. Then it will scan for the new device. Here new device, it will simply scan, then compare with the last IP, then it will show us a notification everything if the new device connected. Here is this is for the initial port scan. It will, when the machine boot up, like as of first, it will scan this port, and after some time, like if there a new device connect, like if there new device connected to a network, then it will on the second scan here scan local machine. After some time it will at that time it will show us the pop-up notification as we see on the last video, like there is the port are open on this machine, it will show us the notification and then it will close the it will kill the process and close the port. And here we are deleting the temp files, like we are using temporary files for getting the value, like different value. We are getting the sorry, we are getting the string, we are splitting it, and then we are getting the final value from the different files. Like here we are getting this all the files, we are splitting it by this and saving the other data here. Then we are finding out the different port ID, final port. So this way we will create so many temp files, but after every run this script will delete that all the temp file and only save the final files, like this one, close port detail. Then here this one, new device scanning detail, it will only delete the temporary files which were used for the scanning purposes or only for the information gathering purposes. It will save the data of the files from where admin wants to scan that device or admins want to close that port, it will only save that file. Other files will be deleted. So now let's first try to run the script and see how the script is working. So it started to find the connected device IP. It will take some time, so before then we will, okay, so port scan is started. After this whole script run up, and then we will see how we can automate our script to run on every port using a task scheduler. So this is all the detail of our gateway scan, router scan. First the port scan, then the gateway scan, then now it will, after this it will scan for the new device. This one is so lightweight and a simple script. It will not take much memory on our device. It will just take a few kilobytes on our device, so it's easy to run this script on background while doing our other work. It didn't hang up our device or load our device to do the other stuff. So this is our whole script. That's why it's taking too long time to run the whole script. But if this works is like running in the background, and it doesn't bother anyone to do their work. As we can see, it scanned our first IP as our router, then it scanned our another machine, and then it scanned other machine. So this is our machine, local machine. So usually the ports on the personal computer are the same every time. So like we are using everything, like if we are using Chrome or any application like any programming IDE or anything, then there's not a, they will not create many open port, or they will not uh, use many background services. But in organization or in big companies, there are many undergoing services are runs like as of any outside connection or any outside request to the WAN network. Then at that time so many ports are created, and sometimes the services are left on running in the background. So many zombie ports are left open. So this script will mostly useful for the organization or for the big companies as compared to the personal computers or personal use. This script would be useful for the other organizations and everyone. As you can see, this gateway scan is taking too much time, probably because our we are using this script again and again and again and again. So the mostly as of the security purpose, every machine will block the ping scan if we are scanning it again and again. So gateway scan on the first time would be good, but every time it will don't scan on the gateway on our gateway. It will only scan for the our local machine and local port. So local machine won't block our own request. Like a local machine don't block their own requests. We are requesting if we do a port scan on our local machine, then it will send a request from 172.20.20.10.4 to the same on 172.20.10.4. So let this script run in the background, and let's move on to the task scheduler one. So till this script will run in the background, we will try to set up our task scheduler. That's an easy process or easy way to run our any task. So when we open a task scheduler, we will see a thing like this. We can also see all our tasks like auto startup, what are default or maybe created by anyone on our OS. So here we can create a new task from here. It will show just a general. So here we can name our task name. So here we will give network scanning script. Here description, if you want to give any description to the task, you can give. Here I will suggest to choose this one, run whether user is logged on or not. So sometimes if you have a different user account on your machine, so if you only use this one, then only the main or the admin user can, when the admin user log in, then the script will run. But if you use this option, then it will run every time when you boot up the machine, no matter which user you are. So then this is all. It looks good. Now we will go to the trigger. Here we will on trigger we will go to the new, and then it will show something like this. Here you can trigger this task on your as you like, daily, weekly, monthly. If you want to do this daily, you can do that daily. On schedule, like if you want to run the script on a particular time, you can also do that. If you want to log on, like if you are log on to your computer, you can also do that. You can here specify like any user or only one or two or specific user. You can also do this at startup. So on startup, like any user, anyone will log into the machine, this script will start running. On idle, so here the script will repeat every hour and everything. You can also here choose 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute on the event, like if something happens or if there's an error on your PC and anything, you can also do that at task creation. Like if you are creating any other task, so before that it will run this script and everything. You can go through all the different options and everything. So here we will go to at startup. We will also do that, repeat this task every hour or every 5 minutes or every 10 minute duration, like 1 day, 15 minute, 30 minute and everything. You can also choose like stop all the tasks and repeating this task. You can also do this, that it will only stay for the 1 week or 2 week to do the task, everything. But here we will just skip this and okay. Then in actions we have to choose two things. First, program and script. Here we have to choose a PowerShell because we are using a PowerShell script. So I'm using Windows 11. So I already tried this one, so it will showing me here. But if you try to set up the script first time, it will show from the system32 folder. For that you have to go to the Windows PowerShell folder, then version, and then you will have to choose a PowerShell application, or you can also use ISC. Then here on the arguments you have to copy the path of the final script. So this is our final script, and here we can see the path of our file. So it will show documents cyb script v3 final script ps1. So it's a cyb script v3 and here's a final script. So we'll just copy this path, paste it here, and we will write our final script. And like if you divided the script in a 2 or 3 part, you can also do the first part here and the second script here. Then we will go to the condition, like if you want to save the, like on, if you want to, so a script is still running, gateway scan new device. Okay, and here setting, like if you want to choose if the task is missed or anything, but if you are doing on a startup, then machine startup, then it won't happen, but you can choose it as your conditions and everything. And after that we will just press OK, and here we have to pass our admin account password, and that's it. Here we can see from the list, here's our network scanning script. You can also change everything from here, like run and disable properties. From properties you can change everything. So this is how we schedule our task. You can see here at system startup, So now every time when we will boot our machine, it will set up to our system startup. So let's just stop this, and we will again try the script. Just this time we won't call the gateway function. Okay, so we interrupted the script, so we will just delete one file which were supposed to be deleted after this script run. Okay, so now we will again run the script, but this time we will don't run the gateway script. Okay. Let's see this time our script works. If you are using this script on your local machine, then I suggest you should uncomment the gateway scan. Like if you're using it on the background, that would be fine. If it takes long time, that doesn't matter, but for the video we can't wait to for 30 to 20 minutes to complete whole scan. But if you are like just using these on daily purposes, like just for your security reason, then you can use gateway scan. It's a good, it will give you all the information on your network, like how many devices are on the network, how many ports are open to their on all the devices, which version are they using, which OS they are using, MAC address, IP address. So you can see there's no new device connected, and if a new device would connect to the machine, then it will show us the pop-up as we seen in the last video. Here it will start for the local machine port scan. Okay. Oh, so here I mistakenly put the breakpoint. Okay, it will show all item deleted. Let's again run the script without the breakpoint. So for PowerShell, if you want to debug the code, you can, like just as I did earlier, I took the breakpoint, so you can just set breakpoint there, and when the script will executing, and when script came to this point, it will break. So as you can see, 8-line breakpoint on document. Okay, let's just finish up the port scan. After we will go there. So here we can debug our code. We can see which values are set to the different variables, different assembly, different registers. So setting breakpoints and going to the script will help us to find the errors and bug in our script. As we are not scanning our gateway this time, so it just keep the gateway scan. No new device connected. Now it will scan for the local machine port. Probably this time, as I already said, I'm not using many software or anything instead of the PowerShell ISI, so 0 1 ports found and delete temp files. All items are deleted. So, as from our whole script, we can see everything is saving into the different temporary file, and all the temporary files are deleted, and some of the files are saved, like new device scanning file and everything. Final process ID, final port. Here, new device scanning details. But this time we didn't get any, like there's no new device connected to our machine and anything, so we didn't get any pop-up or anything. So let's try to do with the, I will disconnect my device from the network. Now I will again run the script. When the script will come to the connect device port scan, I will again connect my device to the network. So this time we can show how it will, how the whole script will show us the pop-up notification for the new connected device. So right now it's scanning the different IP on the machine. Let's just stop and delete the old files. Okay. So because of the breakpoint, there are left 2 or 3 files which are left because of the breakpoint. So I deleted that, and now it will scan for the different IP on the device. When it will go to the port scan, I will connect my one device to the network, and then it will, when scan for the new device, we will get the balloon notification as a new device connected. So let's wait till our script will go to the port scan. Okay, so port scan is started. Now I will connect my device to our network, and okay, it will scan for the different IP. Probably this time we can see a balloon pop-up notification. Okay, so maybe I missed the window. Let's try again. This time I will connect, try to connect on time. Okay, so this time probably we will see, because I connect my device to the network. Now it will find for the and probably my device may be okay. Here we can see. Now it will scan for the device and save the data to the new device scanning detail. Okay, now it started initial local port scan. Scan local machine port. Okay, 0 open ports found. Okay, delete all temp file, all the delete data. Okay. So here we see our whole script is running. First it find the gateway, then it scan for the connected device, then it connected device. Here is the IP list. Then it scan for the gateway scan, but this time we comment out the gateway scan because it takes too much time. Then we scan for the device. Okay, this is our main one. Okay, this is our last execution. Then it find new device. We saw the pop-up and everything. It will then scan and then it start the port scanning, but there's 0 open ports, and then after that it deleted all the files. So when we schedule the final script, we selected on a start boot up, and we also see we can also select like this is my personal machine and I don't want to run the script again and again. So I only select the so here only select the at startup, but we can repeat task every hour, every 30 minutes, 5 minutes, and for a duration of 1 day, 12 hours, 1 hour, or indefinitely, like every day and every time. So I don't want to do that, so I'll just skip that one. So that way you can repeatedly set the script on a background. Let me just cancel this. Okay. So this way we can run the script every time we start our machine, and it will run every time we are using it. And it will delete all the temporary files, so we don't need to delete every other file or anything. If we are scanning any device, that's the only thing we need to delete, and if we don't need the result. So in this video series we learn how we can scan device on our local network, how we can scan our machine port, how we can scan our local machine, local network connected device port, how we can scan our local network using Nmap, and how we can kill the port using process ID. And we also learn some of the cool things as a balloon notification and a pop-up message. So this day everyone is like doing a um, terminal output, but in this video we learn how we can use a balloon notification, how we can use a pop-up box. So that's a good thing. We are using we learn interactive scripting this time. So pop-up box is also called interactive coding. So because we show error, we show a message through the pop-up, and from the pop-up we are getting the input. So that process is called interactive programming or interactive program. And we also learn how we can uh, how we can structure our PowerShell script into a programming structure uh, instead of using it line by line. So we don't need to write every code on different lines. We can just make a function and call it as we want. I hope you like this video series, and I hope you understand how PowerShell works, how Nmap works, how we can manage our network, and how we can set the variables, how we can set execution policies and everything. So if you guys have any question, or if you find any difficulty to run this script or anything, you will comment you can comment and I will upload this script on my GitHub page, and I will add the GitHub page link to into the description, so you can try on your own machine. And if you find any difficulty to run these scripts, or if you get any error while running the script, you can just mm, pull the error request on the GitHub, or you can also mention that into the comment. I will happy to help you if you got any errors and anything. Thank you for your time, and I hope you learn new things and exciting things from this video.